Boy, oh boy, the critics weren't lying, were they? That new Bat-Boy movie was just awful! Though I will say the guy who did the Riddler did a good job. I think that was the only saving grace. Well, maybe there's a fight more to my liking on TV.
I'm also the king!
Oh, this is gonna be good.
The Lion Guard.
Episode review.
All this hate that I feel for you, my one true enemy, once was blind, but now I see. It makes me question why have we become...
Greetings, my fellow kings and vagabonds who believe the very best. I'm Brandon, the Bambi Man, and tonight we see the battle of the ages. Lion versus Badger, young and innocent versus mature and strong-willed, king of the Pride Lands versus the bravest of the guard, ruler versus one who is ruled, with only one question on everybody's mind: who will stand tall? Let's find out together in the fight of the century, simply known as BUNGA versus SIMBA. Or Bunga and the King, whichever you prefer. Our latest guard journey starts up with the royal family led by Simba and Nala here, preparing to head off to a concert in the Elephant Valley. Seems like a fun time. Why, just listen to the talent they got booked for this month.
Dream of love, is it really over? Can I overcome these tears?
You know it's considered an insult if the royal family is not there for the first song.
The first song's the best part!
Clearly someone didn't see the Weezer concert this past year. They began their set with "We Are All on Drugs." Boring note to start off on. Just then, Ono arrives to inform his leader Kion about two antelopes stuck in a mud pit after the big rainstorm last night, so it looks like he ain't gonna be grooving to the pachyderm sounds tonight.
I'm sure the elephants will understand.
Keeping the animals of the Pride Lands safe is your duty.
Right.
Do you think the elephants will do that song with all the really loud trumpeting?
They always do the song with the loud trumpeting. It's tradition.
Sometimes I think my greatest duty as king is upholding the Pride Lands' traditions. And one day it will be your duty, princess.
As well as randomly quoting exposition. I seem to be a natural at that. But strange rumblings occur, leading to a sinkhole being caused, and Simba finds himself in a curious predicament. My only regret is Christmas shoes! Meanwhile, the guard has felt the vibrations that are not as good as Marky Mark put them, and they find out that Simba has fallen into the dastardly sinkhole. So Kion and Ono head off to the rescue, with the rest of the team tagging behind.
Simba!
Daddy!
I'm okay, Nala. I'm okay.
I would recommend you call the guy. Although on second thought, cake.
Oops.
Yes, the guy is out of the question, honey. Guard off the port, sire. But even better.
Little bee!
So close, man, so close. You could have had 20 points. Well, at least you gave the king a nice new hairstyle, so I guess it balances out.
Bunga, what were you thinking, jumping down here?
What was I thinking? I was thinking of rescuing you!
Exactly how?
Yeah, I'm with the king on this one. How would you be able to rescue him exactly? I mean, you're the size of a gerbil. He is a massive feline the size of a Ford Focus, probably. What was your end game here? Did you just go the Rocket Raccoon route and not have time to work out the minutiae of the plan on the way? Use rescue time wisely, young bung walker. The others make sure both guys are alright, and they vow to figure out a way for them to come out of this rocky death trap, leading to some pretty funny banter here.
Kion wanted me to check things out down here.
And what do you see?
Looks like you're stuck in a hole?
Yes, that's what it looks like to me too.
But the real question, sire, I have, the more pressing matter, is who's on second? Why couldn't I have just gone to Zazu's family reunion? Ono reports to Kion, in layman's terms, that they're up Rock Creek without a shovel. And crumbling walls, but that's nothing to worry about. Stupid rocks!
These sinkholes can get wider, and we don't want anyone else to fall in.
Thank you, Catherine. Obvious. But how does one expect a Lion King and an annoying thing to converse?
No, we fill the hole with water and then float up to the top.
We float. We all float. Come on, give me some credit. They set me up for that joke. I had to do it. Everyone takes notice that they're not getting along the best, being trapped between a rock and an even rockier place, and Nala confesses something to her son about his friend.
Bunga is a good friend and very brave, but he can be trying.
Yeah, as in Dad's trying not to let Bunga drive him crazy.
Girls, your king is trapped and may never get out. Not the time, nor the place to make fun of the company that he's with. Trying as he may be.
Ready?
You are not climbing on me.
Well, yeah, not if you keep moving around like that.
Bunga!
Don't worry, your highness. The Tylenol is in sight. Bunga tries to escape, but causes some more rocks to fall instead, which sadly does not knock him out in the slightest. Dang it, I had 20 grand on Bunga passing out and the whole episode ending right there. Now how can I afford to bulldoze that monkey pin? Those monkeys know what they did. The gang tries to figure out if they're okay, which they are. Simba, however, is gonna need therapy.
See what happens when you don't think first?
I'm okay.
I think many fans of this show would beg to differ, but still not Bella Swan levels of awful.
Nessie? You nicknamed my daughter after the Loch Ness Monster?
Still don't know how she lived down that line reading. They explain about this kid's attempt to give them brain damage, and Kion concocts a plan to get them out. Simba also encourages that his wife and daughter head off for the elephant concert, but Nala doesn't want to leave her husband hanging.
What about tradition?
The elephants will be honored to have at least some of the royal family in attendance, but if none of us show up, they'll be worried.
Okay, we'll go.
The guard finds a log, or a tree trunk, which they plan to bring down so that the two chuckleheads can climb on up. It doesn't go well. Luckily, it gave Bunga a snack. I feel so happy for him right now. Bunga finds a tunnel, which just may lead into a cavern, so the guard plans to meet them in the middle of it.
Be careful!
I will. Bunga, on the other hand.
He's hyena bait the next chance I see him. Turns out that the cavern might be a labyrinth without David Bowie, and the guard is worried that they could get lost down there, so they go to meet someone who knows the caverns well. Meanwhile, back at Magic School Badger...
Now we're getting somewhere. Oh.
Holy crap, it's Beehive Makeover Cave Edition!
We need to talk about which way to go.
Why talk when you can walk?
Bunga, wait!
You know, how do you think this story would look if the Pride Lands had its own cable news junket? Our top stories for tonight. 2 fearlessly fast cheetahs save a baby turtle who was found wandering around lost at the zebra grazing grounds. Also, a new advancement in Rafiki's fruit juice science that has discovered a way to keep dung beetles out of the armadillo household. And lastly, a mission to save our glorious ruler King Simba from a lifetime of rock trappings with a young badger who could not stop climbing through the trees like a busy bee, quote, yelling, Zukazama, zoom, zoom, zoom. All this and more coming up next on PNN. PNN, always here on the endless round. But these two do seem to be having the grandest of all arguments. Why you don't say duh to the king.
We should go down this tunnel. Duh.
Did you just say duh to me?
No, I was just, singing. Duh, da, 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 yeah, da, da, da.
Aw, you can't get mad at this guy. It's like being mad at a puppy who doesn't know any better. Observe. You did wrong. Very wrong. Be very ashamed. Look at the eyes, look at the eyes, look at the little Chloe.
I'm also the king.
I just witnessed the ruler of the Pride Lands yelling at a little innocent child. Kinda reminds me of an even more childish king of a land.
I am a king, I can do whatever I want. I am a king, I can do whatever I want.
So the two animal tiers are off on their separate quests to deal with their sanities. Well, Simba's at least. I'm pretty sure Bunga was far gone ages ago. Of course, the king has a guilt complex and goes back to find him only for Bunga to do this.
It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's a problem-free.
By God, it's a sporadic version of acapella. Quick, hide all your Anna Kendricks and Fat Amy's. Even the king can't resist belting out.
Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata.
What a wonderful phrase.
So Simba and Bunga used this opportunity to use their echolocation to find their way, echolocation, to make it to where they can find each other again. And they find a common ground when Bunga remembers that this Lion King was raised by the same meerkat and warthog who raised him after his father passed. Huh, small world, eh?
That kinda makes us brothers? Sort of?
I never thought of it that way, but I guess it sort of does.
I'm, sorry I yelled at you, bro.
That's king, bro, to you.
King Bro, huh? Funny. I didn't know Simba was also a fan of Brad Jones.
Oh, bro, mole chicks.
Speaking of random loudness, we cut to Timon and Pumbaa, who are mourning their adopted son's losses. Calm down, they're away from the farting warthog, they may yet be alive. I haven't seen this much overacting since the ridiculous 6. Luckily, our new best bro friends are actually surprisingly enjoying each other's company for once. Bunga lets His Majesty decide which direction they'll go, but not before Timon's belly aching leads them with its hamminess to the Garden Co.
Oh, you'll understand when you have kids of your own. Well, not exactly your own, but you'll understand when a lost lion or a lonely honey badger wanders into your little corner of the world.
And you let him into your heart. You know, just enough.
And your insect intake.
We're coming for you! Dead end. We're still coming for you!
Did I mention that the show's funny? Really, really funny. Well, in any case, they're separated Cliff Notes-wise. Wow, I'm repeating a lot of jokes. And Simba takes a literal leap of faith, landing on the other side with Bunga on backside. Don't read into that.
Did we just see...
A honey badger riding on top of the king?
Like my dad always says, live long enough and you'll see everything.
I swear, if we see an elephant fly leaving this place, I'm blaming the meerkat.
Thanks for the lift. We should do this again sometime.
Well, I'll have Zazu check my schedule.
Well, aside from the migraines, near-rock deaths, and leaps in logic, I have to say this is a pretty good tour. By Jove, it's Colonel Heffy's marching band with their military goal to blast their trumpet calls. Well, this will go over well. These pachyderms do find excrement on their passed-on loved ones joyful after all. The episode ends with, what else? A sing-along of the tune that drove every 90s kid insane.
Ready?
Hakuna Matata.
What a wonderful phrase.
Hakuna Matata.
Ain't no passing craze.
It means no worries for the rest of your days.
It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata.
Well, aside from that earworm that will drive me crazy for weeks, this was pretty fun. It was really interesting to see some character development between two characters that you think wouldn't be best to have an episode together, but Simba and Bunga just have great chemistry. And I give Rob Lowe and Joshua Rush some major props for making a risky premise be a pretty entertaining one. I recommend this highly, bro! And so we close out the 10th part in this mini review series of mine. I want to sincerely thank you all for watching and supporting this channel and giving me feedback, and I wish for you all to take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time in the Pride Lands and the movies. Take us out, Brian Hull.
Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing craze. It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's a problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata? That's right, it's a motto. What's a motto? We're not really sure. Christopher Robin never taught us that word. Yeah, but these two words can solve all your problems. That's right. Take Tigger, for example. Why? When Tigger was a young Tigger. When I was a young Tigger! Very nice, Tigger. Thanks, buddy boy. He found he was bouncing just as fast as he could. He was bouncing all around the 100-acre woods. I'm a bouncy, trouncy soul. Now I seem kinda clumsy. And I'd break stuff just by bouncing on them unintentionally. And my shame, it got bigger. Yes, it got bigger. Thought I'd not been a Tigger. And I got downhearted. Every time that I... Tigger, you were going to say bouncing, right? Of course, buddy boy. Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. Ain't no bouncing craze. It means no worries for the rest of your day. There you go, buddy boy. It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata.
Did you just say duh to me?
Hakuna
Matata.
Hakuna
Matata.
Hakuna
Matata.
Hakuna
Matata.